Welcome back to Red Rock Farm. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, because sometimes I'm funny, I guess. I don't know. It is hotter than Jennifer Aniston out here. My God. So today, we're comparing John Deere to Troy Bilt. I'm just going to give you a bunch of my opinions on the features and whatnot, and maybe it'll help you if you want to buy one. I don't know. So here we got a 98 John Deere LX 277 48-inch deck. It's got the hydrostat pedals, which that's what I'll no, we'll go off that first. Hydrostat pedals or the hydrostat handle on the Troy Bilt. Me personally love the pedals, not so much the stick. Maybe it's just because I've gotten used to this one. I've had this for like 3 years and this one for like 2 weeks. But anywho, I would go pedals any day of the week over the handle. Troy Bilt, I'm not sure on the year. It's just a 46-inch deck. It has a 20 horse Kohler. I don't know much about Troy Bilts. This is a horse, I guess. XP. I don't know. It was free. And if you know me, I like junk. Let's just say something good about it, I guess. This metal hood, John Deere, plastic. Those always break, and they cost like a bajillion dollars. I priced just the top half, which is just this here. It was like 500 bucks. You know, like, that's what I paid for the mower, you know. But they both cut really good, which really surprised me. I actually mowed this part of the yard with the Troy Bilt and this part of the yard with a John Deere. There's not much difference, and it didn't gouge anywhere. It's uneven in places, same way as over here, and it mows really good, surprisingly, and runs really good. John Deere has a Kawasaki 17 horse Kawasaki, and it runs smoother, I think, but they both run really good. Comfort wise, this high back seat is pretty nice, but you don't sit down. I don't know, it feels like you're up on top of it instead of like lower. I don't know, it just sits better. And another bad thing about Troy Bilt is, I don't know what the mounting deal is with this, but you can't cut a straight line because the deck is just doing this all the time. But like I said, it does cut good. I don't know really. I mow on like 2 3/4 on the John Deere, and I mowed this on 4, which I thought that was kind of weird, and it's pretty well the same exact height. It was all really just kind of confusing learning this. You know, their controls and whatnot, because I'm so used to the John Deere. I don't know what all is going on here. It's got a button, I don't know. It's got a cool steering wheel though. Can't beat that. Another thing about the Troy Bilt is it doesn't turn very sharp, and it turns hard. Like, that's all you got. Whereas the John Deere, it turns fairly sharp. But as far as this not turning sharp and it turns hard, it's hard to drive when you have one hand on your hydrostat here and then one hand on the wheel, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. But neither of them have power steering. But the John Deere turns fairly easier, and it turns quite a bit sharper. This one's kind of been customized for me. This is what I do. But this doesn't activate the deck anymore. This little red toggle switch here does. There is no safety switch on the seat. It's been wired back into itself. And the e-brake safety switch is no longer working. See, I can stand off of it and just start it. I could turn the deck on if I wanted to. I don't know. I would fire this one up so you could hear it too, but the battery's dead because it's been sitting for about I don't know how many years. The guy wasn't quite sure on it either, but honestly, I didn't hardly do anything to get it running. It still has the same old gas in it, and it smells like straight varnish. But like I said, it's 20 horse Kohler. Just clean the carburetor out, put it back on, put the battery cable on, or battery charger on it, fired right up, and I just went to town mowing. So all in all, they got their pros and they got their cons. I am way more in favor of the John Deere. That is, if you can afford it, I guess. But the Troy Bilt, still a good mower. Not gonna lie. Honestly surprised me because my great uncle has a Troy Bilt, and I don't know what the deal is with it. I drove it once, and it shakes more than Shakira at halftime. So I don't know. This one, it runs good. It's pretty smooth. And another thing, if you get on uneven ground and you're kind of twisting it, it actually flexes like the John Deere. I've been on, I think it was a Husqvarna, and it seemed just stiff. And then you'd hit a dip or something, and like your back tire would come off because it was just, there's no suspension travel. And then of course you just spin that tire and you'd be stuck. Whereas this, it'll actually flex and keep the back tires on the ground, like the John Deere here. But other than that, both really good mowers. But of course, I'd have to pick the John Deere. That's just me.